Good morning, or hello there. Welcome to Keep This in Mind, brought to you by SpectHealth.com. I am, of course, David A. Specht. And if you are here this morning, then you must have seen the invite that I sent out talking about what does an integrated life look like. It may be a term that you're not familiar with. It may be a term that you get confused here and there. But today we're going to break down the idea of what an integrated life looks like from maybe the perspective of myself as a man who runs a business, but also for all of us who are looking to balance all the things that are going on. Maybe you've heard the term congruent life. Maybe you've heard work-life balance, but at the core of an integrated life is the need or the desire that everything feeds everything else. Let me say that again. At the core of an integrated life, everything feeds everything else. Family feeds the job, job feeds the family, entertainment, vacation. Everything works together to where the lines are a little bit more blurred, but there's a lot more joy in it all because everything is feeding everything else. As a formerly siloed person, and I'm sure you may be that way too, I used to, work is here, home is here, fun is here, church is here, personal relationships are here, everything was siloed. And I was constantly having to switch my mindset from, am I in work mode? Am I in home mode? And while it worked for a period of time, can I tell you that our world has changed and the need for an integrated life has never been greater? Let me explain. During COVID, many people started working from home. Remote work became the norm. Just a huge percentage of the populace are now working from home. And can I tell you that in that setting, it is very difficult to draw very clear lines between work life and home life. In fact, they blend over all the time. I can remember many times I would be working on something for one of the newspapers and something would happen in another part of the house that would require my attention, and I would have to pivot and come over here. And can I tell you, sometimes when we do that, we have this sense of guilt that we're not producing or we're not dedicating enough time to the one endeavor that we're robbing from one to serve the other. And that sense of theft, if you will, oftentimes creates this negative energy that we stay in, and we feel like we have to either make it up here or make it up there. But if you're living a truly integrated life where everything feeds everything else, then the blending of time makes that guilt go away. Because see, if you're not siloed in your time management, if you're not siloed in work versus life versus family versus, you can pivot and address the things that are the most important in the moment and return back to something else, all the while getting it all done. Now, I love that mine and Tina's health coaching business allows for an integrated life even greater than my newspaper business, even though my newspaper business I'm able to integrate. I've always integrated. I never shut it off. That's the mind of an owner and entrepreneur. But in our health coaching business, we are so able to make the important things important while building a business. You see, in a network marketers know this. In a network marketing business, your time is your work is flexible but not optional. That means that, okay, I may work over here today from 8 a.m. to 9:30, but tomorrow it may be 6 p.m. to 7:30. And that's okay because I have the flexibility. I'm still doing the work each and every day. But if there's something else that is more important in the moment, if there's something else that needs my attention, if my kids have an event, or in my case now, my grandkids, I can attend, I can be fully present without the guilt of I'm robbing time from my business or my boss or my organization. Because at the end of the day, if I have gotten everything done and everything has truly fed each other, then we're moving the ball down the field in all aspects. Now, you may say, David, I don't have that benefit. I got a job that I have to go to from this time to this time. I have a job that requires my physical and mental presence from here to here to here to here. I get it. Been there, done that. Still doing it in some instances. There are certain things in life that you have to have a rock in your schedule. I get that. But can I ask you, what would it mean to you to have the flexibility of an integrated life? What would it mean to you to be able to prioritize that which is important to you today without feeling like you're robbing from somebody else, or without having to ask permission or paid time off or unpaid time off? You see, that's the beauty of the world we live in today, with the plethora, that's a big word, but with the plethora of opportunities, our business included. You can literally work on something that will serve you down the road to provide you with that flexible time that you so desperately want. And it would also provide the finances to back that up, because let's face it, most of us go to work to earn a paycheck to pay for our life, whatever that looks like. Now imagine that you're in something where the paychecks are coming, but there's not the rigid scheduling involved of a traditional job. Well, David, how do you get there from here? I'm glad you asked that question. The term side hustle, can I tell you, has been misconstrued. Side hustle for so many people is just an extra job to help you make ends meet. Okay, I work this job, but I side hustle over here because this job doesn't pay enough to take care of all my needs. Therefore, I'm doubling up. But a true side hustle, the right kind of side hustle, would be something that you can step into and build upon that would eventually take care of those needs and eliminate the need for the main hustle, almost to where they kind of switch positions. That is the beauty of what we do in health coaching. That's the beauty of what a lot of network marketing companies do. That is the beauty of entrepreneurs in general, coaches, and et cetera, is that they can take something, continue in their occupation, something that occupies your time that you get paid for, while building a vocation, something that you're called to do to impact the world or your family or your community. And you can do them both, and then eventually one outweighs the other, and the one that vocation can then become the main hustle in your life. And if done right, it can feed that desire for you to make a difference. It can feed the necessities for your family. It can feed the sense of importance or accomplishment or impact. But it is a transitional thing. You have to decide what it is you want to do. If an integrated life is important enough to you, to take that scary step and begin to work on something that can provide you an integrated life. I'm going to pull this little screen up here real quick because I want to talk to you about this. Usually I pull this screen up to talk to you about getting your health right. But can I tell you that this can be a gateway to an integrated life? When you step into something like the health program we coach, and it changes your life, it gets you on the right path, and then you can't help but tell others about it. It can provide you with a side hustle that can grow into an integrated life main hustle. SpecHealth.com. I talk about it all the time. Shoot the QR code if you got your phone in front of you. whatever you need to do. But I want you to explore the possibility. When you're going to that job that you want to forget about when you get home, when you're having to choose between taking paid time off and losing that day or attending a child's event or whatever, I want you to think about that. Do I want an integrated life? Because I believe that if it is in your heart that you want an integrated life, then it's just up to you to figure out what integrated life you're looking for. In my case, I love helping people impact their lives, whether it's through their health, whether it's through their business. I love listening to somebody and helping them see things in a different way that they may not have looked at before. And so this fits right in with who I want to be. If that sounds like you, why don't you at least explore the possibility? It can be with Spect Health Coaching, or it can be in a completely different direction. That's up to you. That's the beauty of the world we live in today. There is no limit to what you can do with regard to your vocation. But I will tell you what one limit is. You. If you are not willing to take some action, even if it's as simple as shooting a QR code on your screen and taking a look at what we do, if you're not willing to take that action, if you're scared to take the action, if you're got these preconceived limiting beliefs that say, I can't do this, then you're going to be stuck exactly where you are for as long as you can. So let me just encourage you and wrap things up today with this. If an integrated life sounds like something you want to pursue, then the only way to pursue it is to take action, consistent action in the direction of that. Nothing else will get you there. Not wishing for it, not praying about it. I think it was Mark Batterson that said, pray like it all depends on God, but work like it all depends on you. And you know how you work? You take an action. God bless.